We had been on the road for a total of 20 hours, stopping every so often for gas and food. As she pulled into the last gas station before our arrival, I jumped out so I could stretch my legs. "Texas isn't so bad," she grinned as I looked about myself. "We're only about half an hour away, so I'll pay. Here you go, get some coffee." Handing me some money, I headed inside. It might not be so bad, but it still wasn't home. Something didn't feel right around here. As I fixed 2 coffees, I heard the chime of the door, and instantly the hairs on the back of my neck stood. My body felt weird. And then I felt the presence behind me. My heart was beating abnormally fast. My palms started to sweat. This was weird. Straightening my shoulders, I stirred in sugar, placed the lids on, and with a deep breath, I turned around. No one was there. I was officially going mad. I could have sworn I felt the presence of another behind me. Shaking it off, I headed toward the cashier to pay for my coffee. "Regular or large?" the girl asked, her smile bright. "Too regular." And this, picking up the Twizzlers I got stuck right in. Yeah, I had the biggest sweet tooth ever. "Sorry," I grinned, sweet tooth craving sugar. Suddenly embarrassed, I handed over my money and lowered my head. "That's all right, I'm Alana." "Leah." Taking my change, I lifted my coffee. "New to town?" "That obvious?" I asked. "City girl." "Florida." Suddenly I got the feeling I was being watched, and not by the girl behind the counter. Again, the hairs on my neck stood, a shiver going through my body. I was starting to think I was coming down with the cold. "I have a feeling you'll like it here." She grinned. Making a face, I shrugged my shoulders before heading outside. That was weird. There was definitely something different about this place. "Twizzlers, Leah, really?" Closing the car door, I grinned. My gran knew how much I was addicted to sugar. Passing her coffee, I glanced back at the gas station as we drove away. 4 guys were stood outside staring directly at our car. Yeah, because that wasn't odd. "I like sugar." I laughed, sticking another Twizzler in my mouth. "I swear sugar was the best thing ever to be invented." "You won't be saying that when you get cavities," she warned, picking up speed. "How are you really feeling about all of this?" "Ask me that question in about a month." I couldn't tell her how I was feeling because I didn't want to upset her. She thought doing this was the best for us, so I was going to try and make it work. "I know you weren't crazy about this move, but I promise you'll love it here. Texas is beautiful, the people are friendly, and I think we'll fit in perfectly." I know she was trying to sell me on it, but I still wasn't sure. I had never been big on moving out of our home. It was all I had ever known. I was afraid of having to start over and fit in. I was going to be the new girl everywhere I went. As the car started to slow down, I became aware of my surroundings. Trees, trees, and more trees. "Are we living in the forest?" Laughing, she placed her hand on my knee and squeezed. "We'll be there in a few minutes. This is just the way we go." "Where is all the—" I fell silent as I started to see houses. "A street. We live in the middle of nowhere? Great." Sighing, I ran a hand over my face as she came to a stop in front of a house on the corner. Glancing up at it, I smiled when I saw the front bedroom had a balcony, just like my old one. "That's your room." I was in awe. The house from the outside looked beautiful, but a little old, like it had been here for some time. Okay, so maybe I could see myself having a life here. It needs a lot of work, but I had to buy it. Stepping inside, my heart fell a little. Yeah, it looked beautiful from the outside, but not so much from the inside. Everything screamed old. The carpets, the furniture, and the smell. "I have contractors coming in a few days. I know it doesn't look like much, Leah, but we can make a real go of it here. We can decorate it the way we want to. We can make it our home." My gran was happy, and right now that's all that mattered.